Today we're going to be tying Mike's Carp Candy, and the materials that we have in this fly are the bead chain, small bead chain. I also use a lot of rabbit in my patterns, so the tail and the wing are just rabbit. You'll notice the vinyl rib in the middle, that adds weight to the fly and durability. And then the dubbing is similar to craw dub that you could get commercially from Wapsi. I like to fish this in shallow water for carp and drum and other warm water species. The fly will actually, with the bead chain, will actually flip over so that you don't snag up on rocks. I like to fish a lot of rocky dams, and having that fly flip over like a bonefish pattern is really important. Some of the variations, I like olive and black from size 8 down to 12. Alright, I'm going to attach my bead chain eyes now, and I'm going to put it just about a width back from the width of the eye. I'm going to put some nice strong X wraps through there, and at the end I'm going to make some loops around in between the eye and the shank of the hook to kind of bind those wraps down, and then whip finish in the back. And the final step here to make it nice and durable is to head cement. I'm going to use hard as nails here to kind of and that will cement everything in and make it more durable. Alright, now I'm going to apply, build the tail of the fly. It's going to come from the rabbit, and I'm going to measure about the length of the shank of the hook and just set the rabbit on top and kind of loosely bind it down at first, and then work my way towards the back. And as I do that, I'm going to kind of lift up on the rabbit, and that will put it at the top of the hook. Just like that. Now I'm going to tie in my ribbing. This is medium D rib or vinyl ribbing, and I'm going to loosely bind it down. The curved side of the ribbing is facing the hook shank, and the flat side is facing out. And I'll show you just like that at the bend of the hook. Alright, now I'm going to apply my dubbing to the thread. This dubbing is a commercial equivalent would be craw dub. It's got a lot of fibers in it, stick out, make it look really buggy. I'm just going to kind of start it. It's kind of hard to dub, so keep pulling on it if you need to. Alright, at this point now what I'm going to do is take the ribbing and kind of palmer it forward loosely with spaces in between so that I could pick that dubbing out. Do that 3 or 4 times up to the bead chain there. Bind that down. And if, let's see, let me cut it off there. And at this point, if the fly isn't buggy enough for you, you can pick it out with a dubbing brush. Get those fibers for extra movement. The final step is to put in the wing along the back of the fly, and I'm going to measure my rabbit hair to cover up the hook point a little bit, and switch hands and do a loose wrap or two around there just to kind of position the fibers if I need to move it around, and then crank down on it and trim off the material in front and just do a few X wraps to bind everything down again, and put a small head in between the hook point and the eyes.